Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Vainglory. Today I'm just going to be playing another casual 3v3 match, which is of course my favorite game mode. Now, if you guys don't really know what's going on here, I'm not sure if I'm probably going to be a good place to find out. If you haven't played a game in a style similar to Vainglory before, or even just Vainglory itself, what's going on might be kind of confusing. So yeah, in this game, in my video, I'm probably gonna assume you guys know a little bit about MOBA-esque games or something, because I'm not sure I'd be somebody very good at kind of making this a tutorial into how to play a MOBA. That's just something which I don't know. I found it pretty hard to get into at first. And especially since I'm already pretty experienced in this game. I know my account's only level 6, but I have other pretty accounts with a lot of experience. But yeah, anyways, if you guys haven't played Vainglory before but are familiar with MOBAs and you're in that boat, Vainglory is actually my favorite MOBA. And the reason for that is this game feels, to me at least, perfectly balanced. It's getting slightly off from when it was the most fun to play for me since 5v5 was released, but even still, this game to me still has some of the best balancing I've ever seen for a MOBA, because it just feels fun to play, whether you're winning or losing or any of those things. But yeah, for this video I really don't feel like playing a support, so instead I'm just gonna play jungle and constantly invade the enemy to try and get farm. But yeah, what I was saying is Vainglory for me is one of the best balanced MOBAs, and it does a lot of things better than League, which is kind of my benchmark for MOBAs because it is the most popular, the most played. I think is probably the most played game in terms of hours, probably in a long time, you know what I mean? So Vainglory is not nearly as popular, even though I think this game has a lot of the merit. Maybe the fact that League has such a high skill cap is one of the reasons why. Oh, I bought the wrong item. Oh well. That's fine. I'll be able to still do okay even though I have the wrong item. What I am a little bit worried about, though, is what's going to happen with me in getting farm, because I'm going to have to try and invade the enemy jungler to get... He just popped his healing flask. That's alright, but yeah, I don't know where I'm going to get a lot of farm, considering this petal wants to jungle as well as me. There's no roll calling in Vainglory, which is one of the few kind of disadvantages of this game compared to... Oh, I canceled my auto attack. Yeah, compared to League, but even despite that, this game still has a lot going for it. Now let's see if I can hit level 2 here, because we're kind of having a 3-man leash going on, but I think I should be able to kill this guy here, so... Yep, I'm managing to chase him down pretty good here, and that should be the double kill. Yep, Taka is pretty lethal level 1 and level 2 since he gets so much free damage from his passive. And yeah, maybe I can kill this one again too. I do have it's similar to a League of Legends red buff, but it basically heals me over time. Buff ticking on me, so I should be able to kill that guy again. Yep. And we're already up to a triple kill. I guess the power of smurfing, you know. Ooh, okay, we got that. So this guy, their laner seems to have roamed out of lane to try and help. But I'm just gonna keep camping here and wait for them to show up again. But if my passive stacks go down, then I won't be able to fight these guys so easily anymore. Come close to me. Oh, I've been silenced. And that's not good. Can I run? I highly doubt it. Okay, likely that champion who's chasing me doesn't have a lot of move speed. I think I might get away here. Wait. No way. Oh my god. It's too good. Can I get this? Okay, no, I won't be able to get him. Wait, maybe. No! No, I didn't have enough mana for my B ability. Oh well. That was pretty funny. I lived there so much longer than I expected to. That was pretty entertaining, to be honest. Yeah, basically this ability is like Cause Exalt. It's pretty OP. I feel like the champion I'm playing will be eternally hard to balance. I'm playing one of the most unbalanced champions in the game right now, in my opinion. Yeah, fun stuff. It's one of my favorite champions too, because it's kind of bullshit for the enemies to play against, to be honest. It takes more skill to play against than to play as, but has a high skill cap itself, in the sense that once you get into higher elo, this champion is very squishy and offers very little utility, so you only offer your damage to your team. So yeah, being so squishy and melee, and then still having to, you know, pull your weight in damage only is pretty difficult thing. Now this is also difficult because I melee, of course, and I'm not gonna have enough wave clear to defend this tower. Okay, I need to pop my shield there. Oh, it's just so fast. Okay, I got him. Oh, that doesn't do very much damage. Oh, that's death. That is a new champion. Silver now. I've only played against it once or twice. Doesn't seem to be too fun to play against, but what can you expect from new champions with their overloaded kits, silences, and long-range auto attacks, and AoE, I don't know. I don't know what direction this game is taking, but I've enjoyed it so far, so I'm gonna hope I keep enjoying it. Alright, what's this Koshka doing up here? Let's see if I can get her. I probably can't quite easily. Activate my boots right now. I was trying to get the kill there, but didn't get it. Unfortunately, that was just kind of a... Yeah, both of us do a lot of damage per attack. Me and that Gwen champion, or my laner. So, it was just basically luck who got it, because I was trying to attack at the same time as her. And unfortunately, the auto attack didn't kill. My auto attack didn't kill, and hers did. So, I usually don't believe in kill stealing, like inside of MOBA type games. Anyway, I always feel like it's just the most advantageous to always try and take the kill, like assuming it's possible at all. Okay. That's unfortunate, but yeah, assuming it's possible to take the kill at all, I'm always an advocate for getting it to kill. But unfortunately, sometimes that's like when you're in smurfing or in low elo and stuff, you really, really want to get the kill yourself, because like if you're trying to climb, like everybody who's in the elo you're at is only there because that's as good as they could get to. So they're less likely to carry than yourself if you're really aiming to climb. Now, sometimes you just aren't good enough and you get stuck, and that's okay. That probably just means you need a bit more practice in the elos that you're currently in before, you know, you're able to take on the slightly better players. As long as you're getting better. But, okay. Got that guy. And this Koshka really doesn't care, but that's because my laner is really, really bad, so they've pushed up really far. Okay, I dodged her ultimate with my A ability. Basically, my A ability works, it's a targeted ability, which lets me, it's a small gap closer, and it rolls me over the target. And basically, if during the duration of like the animation of the roll for that duration, I am literally invulnerable. I can use it as a cleanse to, avoid big CC abilities. I can use it to avoid big damages, or allows me an auto attack. The thing that makes it kind of fun and interesting is it is targeted, so I have to be close to the champion or thing that I need to use it on to make it work, which is a blessing and a curse. Like, if it worked, I'm not sure if it would be a better ability or a worse ability, basically, if it were a skill shot or not, because if it were a skill shot, of course, it would be harder to land the damage aspect of it, but it'd be way more useful as a cleanse, and way more overpowered. So I think the way it is pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Now I need to heal up again on these minions before I can re-engage here. Okay, well, I played that fight about as poorly as possible. So yeah, let me see if I can catch up again. Yeah, see, that's the way I use it, like, as she casts her ultimate ability, which, okay, I need to run, I don't do enough damage. Ah, got her, alright. So, yeah, basically, you have to use your A to roll the biggest damaging ability of the enemies on this champion, Taka, in order to outduel most champions early game. And then eventually you'll get to a point, if you're building weapon power, where you are strong enough to duel most champions in the game. And then after that, you'll start falling off again. It's a bit like playing, maybe a Kali. That'd be a good equivalency, except you're doing weapon power. You're doing attack damage, basically. So, yeah. Alright, let's see here. I need to get back over here and see, where did the enemies go? Okay, they pushed up all the way to my turret now. Okay, I killed her. This should be a triple here. Nice. So the reason why I did so much damage there is there's an item in this game called Breaking Point, which I have bought. And basically the way it functions is it's like a really beefed up version of the old League of Legends Fervor of Battle. Basically what it does is it does more damage the more damage you're doing. So if I do 100 damage, it might increase the amount of attack damage or weapon power I have by 10. And then for the next 150 points of damage, it'll increase by 10 again. What? That was a weird animation. And so on and so forth. And basically how it ends up with is the longer the fight goes and you've been doing damage continuously throughout the fight, the stronger you get. And it's one of the best mechanics in the game for me, because it's completely an anti-tank mechanic, and it's also even better against squishies, because you do more damage versus squishies more quickly, so it stacks your damage even faster. And at the same time versus tanks won't be able to kill you right away, so you get more damage to be able to actually kill the tanks before, they just run away. So yeah, it's really a perfect item for a lot of champions, and I think it's a bit over-centralizing, the fact that most of the viable champions need to build an item such as that, and the champions which aren't compatible with DOT are often either OP or useless, but, balancing a game is not my specialty, so I will talk a bit about why I think this game is more better balanced than League of Legends later on, I guess. As you know, I give it some thought about what's really going on. Why is this game, for me at least, so much more enjoyable than League of Legends? Well, first of all, I'm a lot better at this game for sure. I was top 600 on the NA ladder at the highest point. Oh, I got stunned. Alright. Yeah, I was top 600 on the NA ladder at one point. And obviously not right now, but yeah. One of the best aspects of this game actually is the reporting system. I just kind of felt like talking about this. I don't know why, but in this game it has you guys know MOBAs. Basically, there's often a lot of problems with toxicity around in MOBAs of players inting games, and how do we punish them and stuff like that. Well, wow. Wow, you see that crit for 850? Oh yeah, sorry for my silence, by the way. I was just concentrating on that fight, making sure I was going to clean that up. But yeah, basically what I was saying is there's a lot of like games and MOBAs and such where toxicity is a problem. And honestly, I don't feel that very much in this game at all. One of them is, of course, it's a mobile game. People tend to not take that as inherently seriously as something like League of Legends, but the second point is the way they deal with it. And that's the karma system. Basically, at the end of every game, you either give somebody an upvote or a downvote or neither, depending on how you felt about their play. And that was a very stupid decision. Oh, I still managed to roll her out. That's crazy. And I managed to kill her for that. Wow. That must feel really bad on her part. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so what was I doing? What was I saying? Oh yeah, so when somebody upvotes you, your karma increases, and when somebody downvotes you, your karma decreases. And the way it works is you just play against people who have roughly the same amount of karma as you. And why this is an excellent system is once you have your karma decrease from the default, which is pretty decent, then you realize how much worse it is to play against players with bad karma. Everybody's toxic, everybody's flamed, you lose a little bit and they go AFK. Nobody respects your role calling because there's no like role selection like in League for this game. And because there's no role selection, you need to, it's hard to, sometimes, you need to, like, get a support on your team and stuff like that, because sometimes people don't. Oh, can you just let me... Okay, I'll just use my ult. But, yeah. Sometimes it's basically hard to get somebody who plays every role, so somebody needs to do a compromise and that kind of stuff. And the likeliness that all that kind of stuff happens really decreases as your karma decreases. So yeah, basically just from that, people learn to not be toxic. And poor thing, man. Like, it's 3 auto attacks and an ultimate, and she's dead. Yeah, unfortunately for them, I'm so fed now they can't even walk up. And I should be ending the game, but I don't really feel like it, so I think I'm going to put them through, a whole thing here. I'm just going to keep buying damage and buy a little bit of defense so I don't, when I mess up a little bit, I don't die. But this guy's AFK. Yeah, and that's the power of the breaking point. As you guys can see down here, where I'm clicking now, you can see my stacks is at 1920 before, now it's decreasing as I am out of combat, but, whoa, that's not what I want to do. Not a big deal, though. Let's kill this sentry real quick. Yeah, let me see if I can tower dive 3v1. That's my next task, because clearly normal 3v1 is a bit easy already. Especially when one of them is AFK. Oh. I can't believe I survived that. I misplayed that so hard. But oh, I had my roll up, but I didn't manage to click it in time because I wanted my auto attack to go off first. So then during my roll animation, I could be resetting that auto attack animation, so I'd auto attack again immediately upon completion of the roll. But unfortunately, I mistimed it a bit, and my roll did not go off, and I just died. So yeah, what should I get? Should I get another Tyrant's Monocle? Just triple Tyrant's Monocle? Like, just some real meme shit right here. Like, this is like building, imagine if there was an item slightly worse than the League of Legends Infinity Edge, but they were stackable. So I now have 3 of them. 3 of them and some attack speed, basically. That's what I have. Pretty good. The old Infinity Edge, by the way. the new Infinity Edge for League of Legends is not so fun. So I probably have more than 100% crit now, though, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I think I have 110% crit now. So it's a bit of a waste, but at the same time, should be pretty fun. Okay, I'm dead. I realized after Koshka ulted, I had no possible way to deflect the ult, so I was dead. So yeah, it's time to, I guess, buy a defensive item, because that's dumb. Having no possible... Look at his build, he's decided that going all tank is, of course, the answer, and it actually was. So yeah, I bought myself an Aegis. It's... In this game, 5 defense items, or 5 offense items is very inefficient, whereas 4 offensive items and 1 defensive item plus boots is usually the best combo for damage. Because without the 1 defensive item, you simply die too quickly. Oh yeah, and that's another point I want to make about Vainglory balance, is defensive items are not bad. Basically what I'm saying is, the game is balanced so that there's no defensive scaling, but the defensive items are pretty good, and in order to make tanks still viable, they're usually made to be viable in the support role. So they don't have to have a lane assignment, and they don't have to be potent in 1v1 to be able to match split pushers like, Jax, Fiora, River, or any of those bullshit splitters. So basically, because of that fact in Vainglory, yeah, basically you get a lot more fun team comps, because there's no tank meta, and they surrendered, so yeah, not bad. Another day, another dollar, yo. Just gotta BM a little bit, you know. Sit here and auto attack, and should be dead. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was pretty fun for me. Probably not so fun for the enemy, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.